Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always ready to dig in. What are we looking at today?
Well, you know how everyone's always talking about side hustles these days.
Yeah, definitely seems like the hot topic.
It feels like everywhere you turn, someone's got a new way to make money online.
Absolutely. So many options out there.
So we thought, why not dive into one that's been around for a while but still has so much potential?
Intriguing. Which
Yep.
one are we thinking?
eBay. But not just casually browsing. We're talking about really understanding the secrets to selling successfully on eBay and maybe even turning it into a full-fledged business.
I like it. And our guide for this deep dive.
A book that caught our eye. How to Sell on eBay for Beginners. eBay Selling Secrets for Easy Online Sales.
Sounds promising. I'm curious to see what secrets they're spilling.
Me too.
Hmm.
And I think this is relevant for so many people out there. Maybe they've got a closet full of stuff they want to get rid of, or they're looking for a creative outlet that can also bring in some extra cash.
Definitely. There's that appeal of decluttering and making money at the same time. Plus, for some, it could be the start of something much bigger.
Exactly. So let's jump right in. The book starts by talking about understanding eBay's business model. It sounds pretty basic, but I think there's more to it than meets the eye.
Absolutely. I mean, most people know that eBay makes money through fees.
Right, like lifting fees, final value fees when you make a sale.
And then there are those optional promotional features too.
Right, but the book dives deeper into how understanding these fees can actually work in your favor as a seller.
Yeah, and that's where things get interesting. It's not just about knowing the fees exist, it's about strategically using that knowledge to maximize your profits.
So give me an example. How can understanding fees actually lead to more profit?
Well, take listing fees, for instance. The book suggests that instead of always opting for the cheapest listing option, sometimes paying a slightly higher fee for a more prominent placement can significantly increase your item's visibility.
So it's like spending a bit more upfront can actually result in a bigger payoff in the end.
Exactly. And ultimately, more sales and higher profits. So it's about playing the game strategically.
Makes sense. Okay, so we've talked about fees, but what really caught my eye were the hidden opportunities on eBay that the book mentions. What are some examples of these, and how are people leveraging them to build successful businesses?
That's one of the most fascinating parts, for sure. It's not just about selling your old stuff. The book highlights sellers who've built six-figure businesses by focusing on specific niche markets.
Niche markets, huh? Like what? Give me an example.
Sure, one example is a seller who specializes in, get this, vintage board games.
Vintage board games. That's so cool. I never would have thought of that.
Right. But they've developed deep expertise in that market.
I can imagine. Knowing which games are rare, how to assess their condition, and how to market them to collectors.
Exactly. They've turned their passion into a profitable business.
That actually brings up a point you mentioned earlier, passion. It's interesting because the book argues that passion isn't just about what you sell, but also how you sell it.
I think that's a crucial point. It's about bringing that enthusiasm to your listings, to your interactions with customers. It makes a difference.
It definitely does. And I think that ties into what the book calls creating killer listings. Right?
Absolutely. That's where the 9-point checklist comes in. Have you had a chance to look at that?
I have, and I was really impressed. It's pretty detailed.
It really emphasizes treating each listing as its own mini marketing campaign.
So it's more than just snapping a quick photo and setting a price.
Way more. It encourages sellers to think about telling a story, showcasing the product's best features through high-quality photos.
Yeah, like those close-ups that highlight all the little details.
Exactly. And then crafting detailed descriptions that highlight the unique qualities of what you're selling.
And maybe even injecting a little bit of personality to connect with potential buyers.
Exactly. You want your listings to stand out, capture attention, and make people want to buy from you.
Okay, so we've got passion, killer listings, but none of that matters if you don't have anything to sell.
Right. You need the products. And that's where this idea of finding undervalued items comes in. It's like treasure hunting.
I'm so intrigued by this.
Yeah.
What are some examples of these hidden gems people have discovered using the book's methods?
Well, the book lists 7 incredible places to source your inventory. Places you might already be familiar with, like thrift stores and garage sales.
Oh yeah, those are classics. I love a good thrift store find.
But the book provides a new lens for looking at these places. It teaches you how to identify items that others might overlook, but that actually hold hidden value.
Okay, so you're not just randomly picking things up. There's a strategy involved.
Definitely. One strategy is to look for items that can be easily repaired or refurbished.
So something that someone else might see as junk, you see as an opportunity.
Exactly. Like a vintage record player with a few scratches. Might not seem like much, but with a little TLC, you can add value and resell it for a profit.
That's a great point. It reminds me of the time I found a vintage dress at a consignment shop for a few dollars. It just needed a minor repair, and I ended up selling it online for a significant profit. It's amazing what people overlook.
See, you've already got the eye for it. But even with great finds, we can't forget about the logistics.
Right, things like shipping. That seems like a critical piece of the puzzle, especially when you're talking about potentially turning this into a business.
Couldn't agree more. And actually, the book reveals some interesting secrets to shipping efficiently and affordably.
I'm all ears. Share the secrets.
One of the key takeaways is partnering with a local shipping company to get bulk discounts. That can save you a significant amount on shipping costs, which is crucial for your bottom line.
That makes sense, but it's not just about the cost, right?
Definitely not. The book stresses that efficient shipping is just as much about customer satisfaction.
Because, let's face it, nobody likes waiting forever for their package.
Exactly. And if you can offer fast and reliable shipping, it can lead to positive reviews, repeat customers, and ultimately a more successful business.
It all ties together. Okay, so we've covered finding products, creating those killer listings, making smart shipping choices. But what about scaling the business? The book touches on growing to six figures and beyond. What stood out to you in that section?
Well, they profiled a seller who started small but scaled their business significantly by outsourcing certain tasks like photography and order fulfillment.
So freeing up their time to focus on other aspects of the business.
Exactly. This allows them to concentrate on higher level strategy and product sourcing, which are essential for growth.
That's inspiring. Shows that even if you start as a one-person operation, there's potential to build something much bigger.
Absolutely. It's not just about luck, it's about strategy, hard work, and a willingness to adapt and grow.
So well said. This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
I agree. It's really got me thinking about all the possibilities on eBay.
Me too. And it makes me wonder, the book offers this list of 27 highly profitable items to sell on eBay. But what about what's not on that list?
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
Right. What emerging trends or untapped niches are out there just waiting to be discovered? What are the next vintage board games?
That's a fantastic question. It really challenges you to think beyond the obvious and to stay ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, but I think this is just the beginning. If you're ready to delve deeper into the world of eBay selling, I definitely recommend checking out How to Sell on eBay for Beginners. It's packed with insights and practical advice for anyone looking to build a successful online business.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this book can give you the tools and knowledge to approach eBay strategically and make your e-commerce dreams a reality.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. Until next time.
Happy selling, everyone!